The Resilience Plan, a strategic approach to optimizing your work performance and mental health. Written and narrated by Marie-Hélène Pelletier, PhD, MBA. Dedication. To all leaders and professionals, current and future. May this book save you time and keep you fabulous so you can enjoy even more of your professional and personal lives. And may your edge get even sharper as you become strategic about your resilience. Author's note. Some names and identifying details have been changed to protect the privacy of individuals. Named clients are composites rather than specific persons. This book is not intended as a substitute for consultation with healthcare professionals. Each individual's health concerns should be evaluated by a qualified professional. Chapter 1. You're fabulous and at risk. As soon as I step into the river, the current grabs my legs and pulls me off my feet. The force is so strong I have no control. The river roars and rushes around me. I can't beat it. I am at the river's mercy. My husband, Nick, and I love mountaineering, and we had embarked on an 8-day traverse in the Canadian Rockies. 7 days earlier, at the end of day 1, we had come upon this same river. It rushed down from the mountain and was just wide enough that we would have to take about a dozen steps in it. We came up with a plan to get across based on our strengths. Nick went first, then me. It was difficult, but we made it. Now, as the river decides my fate, everything slips into slow motion. I see myself standing on the other side of the riverbank, feeling victorious. Depleted after days on the trail, that memory seems years behind me. We had started on snow-packed trails. The farther up, the less snow we ran into, until eventually there was no snow and no river, which meant soon we would be out of water. I began to get dizzy from dehydration. Nick and I did everything we could to help me keep going, but by day 4, we had no choice but to turn back. I couldn't will myself to keep going, and I hated it. It was almost worse than the dehydration. At day 8, we were exhausted, and barely speaking because we were in self-preservation mode. We arrived back at the river again, and it was higher from melting snow and more tumultuous. Not being able to hear each other over the sound of the rushing water, we could only wave and sign at each other. Nick went first again and gestured that he would come back for me. "No," I shouted fruitlessly and pointed. "Stay there. I'll come to you." That was the last thing I said before the river pulled me in. Where I was once confident and strong, now I was paralyzed with fear. Will the rushing currents knock me against the rocks? Does Nick see me? What if he can't get to me? I might drown. Suddenly, a force grabbed me by my backpack and threw me out of the water on the other side of the river. It was Nick, of course. We sat on the ground, catching our breath and staring at each other. We knew what could have happened. That could have been my last day. I learned an important lesson at
Sample complete. Ready to continue?